Ron Paul's very dedicated. JP Morgan debacle.
This kind of financial derivatives and if default swaps are completely unregulated and they're going to cause a disaster.
Trillions of dollars in off-balance sheet transactions.
Motherfucker, we rollin' with some light-skinned girls and some Kelly Rollins. In this white man world, we the ones chosen. So good night, fool world. I see you in the morning.
But apart from the language, culture, border checks, we're all in this together.
Hey everybody, it's me, your good friend, the Obama supporter.
Is that you can't trust Alex Jones.
I poured it over half what's in there, now I got 1.5.
Hey Ross, what is that?
Death of a Corvette. Oh.
The elixir, that's number 9.
Oh. That's government issue.
Some people have a deep, abiding respect for the natural beauty that was once this country.
Hey everybody, it's me, your good friend, the Obama supporter.
And Alex Jones, another sellout.
People start pollution. People can stop it.
Sellout. 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 Sellout.
The money power of the country is taken away from the people.
You gotta let him go.
INFOWARS.com. Alex Jones. Once again, if on a political level, sometimes there's a lot of things I agree with, but ultimately, politics is a means to distract you from what's really going on. And this guy is one of the first gatekeepers to catch people coming out of the trance. He caught me, 5-6 years ago. But I used it as a stare, not a chair. I didn't sit there.
You think this shit is true? Do you watch Alex Jones? Do you get money from this fucking website?
I can't give you warp 9 much longer, Mr. Spock. These engines are beginning to show signs of stress.
Big jackpot, big dreams, yeah. Yeah, how long has the lottery been going on? Where's that lottery success story? I guess Hugo from Lost might be the only one. Hang on, guys, I gotta find a place to put you.
I think I can pick up something visual. It's a news broadcast using a system I think they once called video.
Television was the colloquial term.
Put it on the screen.
Alright guys, there I got you planted back in the normal position. Again, my name is Brian. This is the nightly news for July 19th, 2012, Thursday. And we've got massive flooding and hurricane-like weather here in Louisville, which is unusual for July, but oh well, at least it's not an oven, and it's been an oven several times lately. I mean, it gets so hot, you'll drink a little bit of whole milk, and you can just I don't know how to explain it, but like your stomach just, it's like ice cream, I mean, it's good stuff. I mean, there's a big ice cream place right next door, homemade, and but man, dude, just it's so hot that even your stomach is hot. I mean, that's all I'm trying to say. Anyway, tonight we're going to deal with some space topics. Again, a little bit of NASA, a little bit of, let's get them back in the real world. We got Peter Cullen on here. Good interview from Beyond the Trailer. Go check out that full one. I'll put the link in the clip. Over Adam Kokesh. an admitted anarchist. Do you guys even know what anarchy is? Because that's what Bill Hicks is, and that certainly is Joe Rogan, and everything that's come out of Sacred Cow, which is INFOWARS. Hello! But look, guys, you're being played. You're being played big time. I'm glad he's house shopping, because all you customers out there, keep not even thinking. You know, I don't, you know, it's such a subject that just, oh, it's like a porcupine, you know. It's like I do not want to step on it. I don't want to pet it. I just want it to go away. I don't mind if it lives and breathes. Just, you know, get away from me because you injure me. But man, dude, how naive do you guys have to be to actually think that an anarchist is going to lead you anywhere? Did you not see Braveheart? Do you not understand the Robert the Bruce? That character, that whole theme of that show is modeled after anarchy. Let me explain. Anarchy was invented by the kings as one of the earliest forms of controlled opposition. That's right, controlled opposition. And you cats that are still falling into the normal trap, NORML, National Organization for the Legalization of Marijuana Rights, or some BS like that, it's been a long time. You're missing the point. Normals dropped the ball in the 90s. They're completely fraudulent. Did Dr. Dre ever help us out? Did Woody Harrelson ever help us out? You know, did Eminem ever help us out? Of course not. All these people are also controlled opposition, okay? They want their weed, but they want it for themselves, and they don't want you to have it, okay? That's where they get their power. You need to really get the wheels turning and read some books and do some research. But normal is not going to lead you anywhere, just like the NRA hasn't led anybody anywhere. Okay? Customers that are just totally losing focus. And by you guys losing focus, you're going to get my ire, because when I get mad, I try to find out why I am mad, and then I try to deal with that. And the reason I'm getting a little mad at you guys is this. We've been at war for 11 years. 11 years. How much longer is this going to go on before you guys realize you're being bamboozled by controlled opposition and we're not getting anywhere? That's all I'm saying. Anyway, I love all of you guys out there. If you want to, want to comment or, say a little something, or give me a video response, or try to defeat anything that I just told you, hey, bring it on. Bring it on. But like I said, I judge things by their fruit, right? Well, what's the fruit of Adam versus the man? What's the fruit of the Oath Keepers? What's the fruit of marching on Washington or marching in Tampa? What's the fruit of another Lollapalooza? What's the fruit of normal? And what's the fruit of all you guys giving these people their money via Google? Google. The government owns Google. The government created Google. Do you love your government? Yeah, because those guys do. Anyway, I love all you guys. Every day is a day to go kick Delita's butt. You don't like what I have to say? Type it out below.
Put it on the screen.
Aye.
Not because they are easy, but because they are hard. We set sail on this new sea because there is new knowledge to be gained and new rights to be won. And they must be won and used for the progress of all mankind. Stand by. We're go. Over.
You know, when I was younger, I had my imagination working for me, imagining the physical representation of what I heard through radio. And then when I actually met the person, I was really disappointed because it's not what I imagined. I would always imagine, you know, by the tone of a person's voice, I could imagine whether they were tall or fat or short or muscular. Within my imagination, this is how he would collect himself through his words and how it went to my brain. So I always thought maybe if a kid had his imagination set on somebody and then he met me, the last thing I wanted to do was to be disappointing, you know? And yet now, when kids realize I'm Optimus Prime and they come and say Optimus Prime and I just say transform and roll out. I mean, they go, oh, they love it. I mean, so that has taken away that feeling entirely.
I think it's very important that philosophy not remain just an ideal out there, but we incorporate it into our lives and act on it. And certainly that's part of the message of Star Trek.
To have been at Edwards Air Force Base that day, they rolled the Enterprise out. It's a Marine band playing, you know, the Star Trek theme while this huge shuttlecraft comes out. And I look at Gene Roddenberry and I look at Lennon, and all of us are there with the tears streaming down. Very emotional moment.
What Star Trek really stands for is man's ability to face and overcome his problems and better his world.
When I realized the effect that it had on, years later, on children, it became a responsibility. If I'm going to be a latchkey father, as I have been to a lot of kids, I found out about that. I said, I'm not going to let them down. I'm not going to let any fan down. If they love Optimus Prime for what he is, I'll be damned if I'm going to change anything. And if he's been a good influence, I'm going to keep making him a good influence and make him a better influence if I can for children all over the world. I would like to be working with NASA, and I'm trying to. I'm working with Hasbro. I'm working with the Hub, Hasbro, and NASA, the Goddard Space Flight Center, putting something together that will benefit the children of this country and around the world to develop their enthusiasm for space. And whether it's in fiction or whether it's in fact, it's science, technology, math, medicine, everything that's connected with space. And I think if Optimus Prime can stir up enthusiasm and some form of interest that will benefit mankind by creating that enthusiasm to venture somewhere above and beyond, you know, our Earth, I think Prime should. And I really believe that the Hub should and Hasbro should.
We're going to have to rely on Russian spacecrafts.
With no funding secured for operations after 2015, NASA, at least for now, has plans to deorbit the 650,000-plus pound outpost, sending it to a fiery safe end in the Pacific Ocean. By the time it's complete, possibly by the end of this year, the cost to build the ISS could reach $100 billion. Dale Ketchum is with the Spaceport Research and Technology Institute based at KSC, and he's against bringing the station down so soon.
Boggles the mind why someone would think we would invest, depending upon analysis, $60 to $100 billion worth of tax dollars and now deorbit it. Now's the time to start utilizing it to uncover the discoveries for which it was intended.
It just makes me want to cry to think that this is the end of it.
U.S. astronauts are having to hitch rides on Russian Soyuz rockets, and if there are any delays, of course, that gap could get even bigger.
We're going to have to rely on Russian spacecraft.